And I think, I mean, we've seen the last couple of years that, the Waterloo's had financial difficulties, and I'm sure that if we had an annual registration fee, that the British Crown Green could be looking at that. I mean, it's our one sort of purpose-built stadium we've got. I mean, and that could develop into, the headquarters of the Crown Green Bowls just with some sort of investment,
Well, that's got to keep going, Mel, hasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, if the Waterloo goes, then Crown Green goes, doesn't it, really? Because
yes.
it's been a right big setback, is that, isn't it? So any way possible, you've got to keep it going.
Yeah.
And if you can promote more tournaments or televised tournaments, I mean, when we used to have the Bass, going back to that, they used to put a temporary stand up and everything for people, obviously if it rained and everything. But at the Waterloo, the stands are already there.
That's
so
right.
It's not going to cost you can take that expense out.
And I think the All England as well, that should be probably played there. I'm sure that people who qualify for the All England bid, if it mean having to make it a 32 on a day, I suppose, would love the opportunity to play there. You can imagine, you see the atmosphere at the Champion of Champions, and I'm sure the All England there would generate the same interest, wouldn't it, Brian?
Well, it would really, Mel, provided they took that rule out that you couldn't qualify on your own green and all this carry on, because then you would have people from the Southern North Lancs and Fylde that were members of the Waterloo would probably not be able to play in the finals day of the All England.
That's right, yeah.
Which would take them out, and I don't know, it's a bit funny really, because some people would say, well, I'm playing an Ormston on his own green and all this and that, wouldn't they?
That's right, yeah.
Which is not for actually taking the North Lancs and Fylde out of the equation, is it?
That's right. Someone's put a message up here to us. They said, does Brian think the British Crown Green would be better with somebody like myself and Jimmy Parker running it? That could be the recipe for disaster, couldn't it, Brian?
Well, I don't know. I think try anything really, because at the end of the day, we know they're not promoting the game like they should do. It's all right saying there's more people registering to play and that, but you look around at all the teams and that, and all the teams are struggling to get players.
That's right, yeah.
They might be just playing, retiring early and playing social bowling and registering, or just playing in low division teams. But I know around our area we're struggling to get players.
Yes, I think it's general speaking. Yeah, that's right. There's another question come up on the screen. He says, when you were just starting out in your prime and everything and playing regularly, how often did you practice, Brian, or did you just play in comps?
Well, I never practiced really, unless some talk times, if you're having a bad time, you used to go and have a couple of hours practice and try and get out of your system. But when I was playing, we'll say regular in my prime, there were so many handicaps going on, and I used to play a league bowling probably at least once or twice a week, that most of the week we're taking up playing balls anyway. I mean, at that time we had competitions in the week time, where at the moment now most of the competitions are at weekend.
That's
so
right.
Realistically, I didn't need to practice a lot because I was playing balls, most nights.
Yeah, which I think most people do the same as that, don't they? We were talking earlier about the panel, and obviously when you played on the panel, there's quite a lot of freedom, shall we say, within the game. I mean, do you think the players are a little bit more restricted these days in expressing themselves?
Well, we are really, because we're just like zombies on a green, aren't we? We just have to put your toe on the footer or put your heel on the footer and make sure this, send the jack, watch the jack stop, and no running after him, keep away from him. I mean, when Vernon Lee used to play, everybody used to come and watch. They used to watch Vernon because Vernon was great to watch. His antics on the green, running after him in between his legs and everything. But it created atmosphere.
That's right.
And people used to like watching that. Yeah. I mean, we went on the panel. You could run after your balls. You could stamp them and everything. All right, it possibly didn't make a lot of difference stamping your balls, but it's just the adrenaline inside. You're just getting keened up.
Yeah. Trying to use your on about. I mean, I heard last week at the British Championships at Earlham that announcement was made that there was no running allowed on the green at all. Well, I've never heard of a rule that says you can't run after a bowl. So surely things like that kill the entertainment as well.
It kills the entertainment unless there was any. Was there any problems on the green? Was it slippy?
No, there's nothing like that at all apparently. No.
Well, if there's nothing on the green, it just kills all the entertainment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You might as well just stand on a footer and just send them and and just stand there and watch it go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just there's no atmosphere at all.
No, that's right, yeah. What do you think, I mean, about refereeing as well, Brian? I mean, over years ago, we never had any sort of qualified referees as such. I mean, now we've got referees taking exams. Do you think that's good? Does it improve the standards?
Well, it probably improves it, but I think from the handicap scene, we really, all we need referees for really is measuring balls. Because the players just like to get on with it. And if a player does something out of order, really, then obviously the opponent can just have a quiet word with him. But mainly the handicap bowlers, they just get on with it, and they just want to get on with it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember going to a county match some years ago, and they hadn't got a referee, but Staffordshire were playing Lancashire, and the Lancashire coach driver actually refereed the match. And nobody ever saw him all game, and everybody thoroughly enjoyed himself.
Well, they enjoy it. I mean, I think the secret of a good referee is when you don't see him, really, isn't it? I mean, and that's probably going back to the Lancashire course, really. If you don't see him on the green and that, I mean, some of them just make a point of saying something or kicking a ball off when it matters.
That's right. I mean, sorry to interrupt you, Brian. I know that a couple of events lately, people haven't bothered the referees. I mean, last Saturday at Florence, we had a challenge game between Tong, who won the Manchester League, and the Gravel Arms, who won the Summit Garage League, which is the new Premier League down the Midlands.
Yeah,
and the players there were told, we hadn't got a ref. We just says, you know the rules, get on with it, enjoy yourself. If you want to measure, you can't sort it out yourselves or put your feet in. Give us a shout, and it seemed to go off without any itch at all.
I would think that's a lot better. I bet all the players enjoyed it better like that, because you can just get on with the game, can't you?
Yeah.
You know, you're not bothered about anything.
Well, we've got one of the players here, Steve Wallace, who was in that match playing for the Gravel. And what did you think of it last week with no referee?
I totally agree with what Brian's just said. It was a real freedom on the green. You were able to just get on, play your game, enjoyed it.
Yeah, which is true. I think, yes, you've got to have some sort of referee there, but the players know the rules at the end of the day, don't they, Brian?
Well, they can have a referee just there to measure balls and decide who's in, but the players know the rules. I mean, if two players are playing together, especially, and one of them steps out of line, then obviously the other bloke's going to say something. But I think 99% of the players just get on with the game and do everything that they should do.